I have never read a book before. And then after I've read it, when I've got to the last page, literally turned back to the first page and reread the exact same book again straight away until I read this book, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Here is one of the most life-changing ideas that you will ever hear from this book. And I guarantee it, if you implement it in your life, it will make you feel happier and more fulfilled, and you will enjoy your life more. Guaranteed. In this video, I'm going to explain what the idea is, give an example, and then show how you can implement it. If you prefer being grumpy, if you prefer moaning, being miserable about your life, turn off. This video is not for you. Honestly, don't waste your time. Just before we get started, a little bit about me. So I'm Alison. I am head life coach at the One Life School, and we offer coaching and training for anybody who believes that they only have one life, they want to make the most out of it and enjoy themselves along the way. Because that's important, right? If you're not having fun, what's the point? So, are you ready for the idea? Here it is. You live with a maniac. Okay, no, not your parents, not your partner, not your children. Naughty. That voice in your head. We all have internal chatter, right? Everything from, what am I having for dinner? Why did I say that in that meeting? Why is he looking at me like that? I deserved this. I worked hard. But a lot of that internal chatter in your head is rude, untrue nonsense. Michael says that voice is not you. Unfortunately, it's also not a Buddhist monk, a strategic thinker, a coach, in fact, anything else that could be useful. It's just mental activity. It's just a representation of the outside world that we experience in our heads so we can participate in life. That's it. Sometimes that voice can be helpful, and sometimes it's really, really, really not. But you are not the voice, okay? You, dear viewer, are the bit that is aware of the voice. And the mistake that you make is thinking that the voice is you. You know, you hear the voice tell you, oh, you're going to fluff your presentation and everyone's going to laugh at you. So you actually think you will fluff your presentation and everyone will laugh at you. And that makes you feel anxious and that makes you feel sad. How does the voice know that? It doesn't have a time machine. It doesn't have a crystal ball. So why do you listen to it? If an actual person said all of those things to you, all of those mean things, you tell them to go take a hike. But instead you listen to the voice. You give it power over you. You let it influence how you feel. You know, it can make you feel good or it can make you feel bad. Okay, so mistake number one that you make is listening to that voice, believing what it says, and then letting it influence how you feel about your day. And that's a mistake because at any moment's notice, that voice can just choose to make you feel bad for no reason at all. For no reason at all. You could just literally be sitting, watching TV, enjoying yourself, and then all of a sudden, the voice reminds you of that time that you were in school and you were picked on, and now you feel sad and rejected, humiliated for no reason. No reason. You have to realize that that voice does not have your best interests at heart. Yes, you can listen to it, you can hear it, but you don't have to take what it says at face value. You can observe that it is there, but remember that you are the part that is observing. And then you can choose to think what it is you want to think and feel how you want to feel. Okay, so that was mistake number one. The voice says something, it makes you feel bad, ruins your day. Prepare yourself because we're about to go deep for mistake number two. Mistake number two is where you get stuck on a particular thought and an idea of how you think things should be. Because the world isn't like that, because your world isn't like that, you feel bad because it's not how your voice thinks it should be. For example, a lot of people, a lot of the clients I work with, they want to have their dream job. They want to spend their time doing things that they love and earning money from their passion. And this is really normal, you know, whether they want to be a content creator, baker, astronaut, I don't know, whatever. I want something that I don't have, my dream job, and it's making me feel bad that I don't have it. Michael says that the problem is not the problem. The problem is not that you don't have your dream job. The problem is that there is a part of you that finds that you don't have your dream job problematic. and that you continually try to fix and rearrange the outside world to make it so you can have your dream job. Wait, what? So let's imagine that Mary, for example, really wants to be a successful YouTuber. She wants to spend her time making YouTube videos about cake, and that's her dream job. She gets loads of subscribers, loads of money, and that's what she wants. That might be my dream job too, to be fair. But she's got this office job, it's kind of boring, kind of all right. Co-workers are okay. But it's making her feel down that she's not got her dream job and that she's spending so much time doing things that she doesn't really care about. According to Michael, Mary's problem is not that she wants to be a successful YouTuber, but she's not yet. Her problem is that part of her wants to be a successful YouTuber, and not being a successful YouTuber is making her sad. And that by learning how to be a better YouTuber, collaborating with other creators, putting videos out, all of those things are her trying to rearrange the outside world to fix her problem of wanting to be a YouTuber and feeling sad that she's not. And that's not going to help, according to Michael. Because even if she eventually does become a successful YouTuber, her brain will come up with a new problem. She'll wonder, how does she get from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers? How does she keep her content new and interesting? How can she continue to maintain the weight that she's at when she's eating a cake a day? Whatever. The brain always comes up with problems. The problem is not the problem. The problem is the fact that a part of you has a problem with the problem. Okay, so remember that she really wants to be a successful YouTuber, and not being a successful YouTuber is making her feel sad. So there are two ways we can solve the problem. One of which, she can stop wanting to be a successful YouTuber, or she can choose to not feel sad by not having what she wants. She can just be okay with where she is now in her life. And this requires looking inward at that part of her that says things have to be this way or else I will be cross and upset. And instead asking, how can I be okay with any job that I have? She can still have a preference, of course. She can still prefer to be a YouTuber. She can still spend her time doing things to try and rearrange the outside world to make her become a successful YouTuber. Because you've got time on the earth, right? You might as well spend it doing something that you enjoy. But the million-dollar question is, how can she be okay with and even enjoy any job that she has? That's something that she has to figure out, and that's something that you have to figure out. And you have to let go of that part of you that says things need to be different in order for me to be okay, in order for me to feel happy. So how do you do it? You just decide. You can have a preference that you want it to be different, sure, but you decide that you're going to be happy with where you are now. Whatever job you have, whatever life you have, you are happy now. You don't have to wait for it to happen to you. Things don't have to change in order for you to become magically happy. Okay, so now how do you implement this idea into your life? Simple. Just decide. Okay, I say it's simple like it's easy, but in some respects it is, or at least the first step of it is. You just decide. And then you catch yourself, you notice every time you are pushing off happiness, every time you think in the future, I'll be happy if this, every time you're striving for something and you not having that thing is making you feel bad. It can be a job, it can be relationships, it can be your relationship with your body, your appearance, anything at all. You can choose to be happy with all of it exactly how you are now. And that requires you to be aware of your emotions, to be aware of that maniac, that voice in your head, and constantly watch what it's saying and don't accept everything that it tells you at face value. Every time you hear it pop up, think, this is that voice. Is what this saying true? Is it helpful? Is it hurting me? Is it kind? Is it telling me a story that something needs to be different in order for me to be okay? And unfortunately, that voice will never shut up. It will keep on going for as long as you are still living. It will keep saying, this is a problem. This needs to change. This is not right. But remember that you are not the voice. You are the bit that is aware of the voice. And you can tell that voice to just go take a hike. In summary, you have a voice in your head that's not you. You are the bit that is aware of the voice, and you should always be practicing caution when listening to that voice, either in a day-to-day basis, because it can ruin your day for no reason, and when you are making significant decisions about your life and how you're feeling about where you are compared to how the voice wants you to be. You can always choose happiness and acceptance of exactly where you are now. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments below what was the biggest insight from this that you're taking away, and if you're going to do anything different. And please subscribe to the channel if you want more videos around personal development, self-improvement, how to live your best life, and how to really enjoy yourself, because this is what we are on this earth for. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.